Welcome back to anyone who joined us earlier this evening for pregame. We got Cardell W. Jr., Wilson Tarpe Jr., and Cardell, you mentioned a couple things that Washington needed to check in terms of give themselves a chance. They gave themselves a chance, but how well do you feel they did in some of those areas? Because when you look at just how thin of a margin it was in which they fell, um, those areas played a role in this one for sure.
Yeah, one of the main things I said in the pregame is that they got put it together for 40 minutes, and they didn't do that. You can't afford against this team to miss timely shots or allow a big run by them, mostly by Gabby Williams in the fourth quarter, and then you just have just sloppy turnovers like that one Citron had where Gabby got her hands up and tipped it. Y'all need that possession, man. You need that possession. I think Shakira had one as well, but you need that possession, man. You need those possessions, and those are the little things that always comes back to haunt them. Like by all, listen, man, by all consideration, man, 14 turnovers is a pretty good day, pretty good game for them. The point is they allow 22 points off those turnovers, so they're not getting back. And I'm interested to see. I don't have the number from me. I'm interested to see how many live ball turnovers was there. Um, and then again, once again, their bench point is 25-16 in favor of the Valkyries. But that fourth quarter, you only scored 12 points, and Shakir had 6 of them. After that third quarter, where you had things clicking, rolling, you had 6 points, and you allow Gabby Williams to have 10 points in the fourth quarter, 3 of 6, 2 of 4 from D, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 assists, and that one big steal off of Citron when she timed it. Uh, she damn near outscored your whole team in the fourth quarter by herself. That's inexcusable when you have two All Stars, not one but two. That we should be able to go to. Shakira was balling 6 points, 4 rebounds in the fourth quarter, 2 of 2. You knew she was going to have some, key. They're gonna mix things up to kind of keep her in check, to keep her from winning the game because she was on one. I think she had 10 in the third as well. She was making a huge impact, but that fourth quarter, especially down to the last minute, 32 minutes, Shakira with the turnover and then Citron with the turnover. It's just like, man. Meanwhile, the Valkyries had won the whole fourth quarter, one turnover. That's what I mean. They don't beat themselves. So to beat them, you can't beat yourself. And it wasn't as bad as we've seen, but the Mystics overall, they beat themselves a little bit, and being on the road and against this team, you can't afford to do that. Georgia Moore 0 for 3 in the fourth. Anya Ware 0 for 2 in the fourth. Sonya 0 for 1. Why hesitant to shoot because she ain't have it going. Whatever, I guess she ain't have it going. Kiki 1 for 2, 38%, 38.5% overall from the field in the fourth quarter for the Mystics. 0 for 4 from deep. 2-2 from the free throw line. Offense just disappeared. And a big part, like, we gotta give credit where it's due. The Valkyries had a lot to do with that, but they had the opportunities. Like when they were down 5, and I think Citron had got the steal, and they pushing up the floor, and a couple of them had like room to let one fly with the team with their time clock. Let it fly. What do you hold? No, they kept passing it, and then Anya Ware was forced into a tough step back three against this team's defense. When you got daylight, let it go. Because the more you overpass, and stuff like that, they're gonna clamp down on that. They're gonna be in position to stop all that, and that's what they did. Also, the overhelping. I think Shakir had one bad overhelp that led to the Gabby Williams 3. Why y'all overhelping, man? Like they was playing, Mystics playing excellent defense. They were then striking distance. I think they were down 3 at the top, 2 or 3, something like that. And then Gabby hit the 3 just by overhelping. Again, little things, man. So they gotta get in the film, and this not even a skill thing. You gotta get in the film and just see those things and try to be sharper mentally so you won't make those mistakes again. But yeah, this gonna be a tough one because this was one where they could have knocked off second place team in the W, the hottest team in the W. We're down the winning streak, 9-0? They're on a 9-game winning streak. You
Yep,
had a
this was
chance.
number 9.
You had a chance to get that, to end that, and you did it to yourselves.
Yeah, I think that was the toughest part for me at times, was just offensively. You talked about in pregame when you were just talking about the passing windows, and that applied too for the opportunities to shoot, and it happened all through the second half. There were times where maybe somebody was open in the paint and they missed them. All right, cool. So the ball come back out. Let it go. As you said, defense like that, when you're overpassing, you allowing them to get back into rotation again, like right back in the rotation that you put them in. You're letting them gain control back in the possession, and that's how we saw some of the weird shot clock violations, whatnot. Like, I know Georgia didn't shoot the ball well. One of the things I was happy with was she didn't hesitate to shoot the ball with against this defense, which I think was something that was learned from back on July 6th. You can't do that. While obviously it would have been great if she hit more of those shots. When you're open against a great defense, shoot. Like, it's that simple. Shoot the freaking ball. And it hurt them so much in that second half. And you talk about the overhelp. Oh my God, it felt all three of Kayla Thornton's threes came from somebody literally, and it's not anything to do with Kayla Thornton, because she turned herself into a very good player in this league, and she's been able to stay in this league, especially being able to knock down the 3-ball. You're on a team where the strength of your team are the bigs. Somebody gets downhill, mind your business. Like, what are you doing? You just finished playing Portland. Portland's a team where you play Portland, you played Toronto. Portland's one of those 5-out teams or whatever. You can't leave people. And you go straight into this game. What were you saying in pregame? What does this team do? Outside of Gabby Williams that turns the corner, ain't nobody thinking about turning the corner and getting downhill with a purpose. It's literally Gabby and Tip Hayes. Now, if you give them the layup, all right, cool, they might take it. But those are the only two on the team that's turning that corner with a legitimate purpose of, I'm turning the corner and I don't care who's on the other side when I turn this corner. And you talked about Gabby had 10 in the fourth.
Yeah.
And a couple of them were just free layups. And then, one of the things with Gabby over the past few years, I think it started like in the Olympics, a couple Olympics ago, used to just be getting downhill the occasional jumper. She's comfortable hitting the threes once she gets things going. And that's a great example of somebody who understands where if you're going to give me space, she used to pass it. Nah, just put it up. Yeah, she was 2 of 7 from 3. Both of those threes hurt Washington in this one. The times that they hit them. And like you said, just with the the unfortunate timely turnovers for Washington was crazy. Shakira had an amazing game. Their failure to execute late, you can't do that against this type of team. You just can't. It sucks, but this is what it is. And they played them damn well, but their mistakes were costly. And like you said, the Valkyries, even when they make mistakes, if you don't make them pay for it, the mistake's gone. You have to make them pay for it. Otherwise, it didn't happen.
Absolutely. And I feel like, harping on what you're saying, in both games this season, obviously out of the two, tonight was the one where the Mystics, they didn't defend without fouling. Not only did you give up a good percentage from deep, 36%, you put them on the line, and they went 14 of 20. Meanwhile, you only went 9 of 11. Shakira had 8 or 9. You take Shakira away, you're literally 1 for 2. So the offense was flawed. They were missing shots. They missed the shots from deep. Their mid-range, it was pretty cool, 27 to 60, but 45%. But, yeah, they gave up too much on defense. And they actually shot better from the field. The Mystics did 45% to the Valkyries 40%. The difference was the 3-point shooting and the free throws. You got to defend without fouling, and you could just tell that that discipline was just out of whack because of the overhelping, especially in fourth quarter. They felt the pressure, and it's just like, man, you just gotta play. And
Yep.
you gotta play, and if you're going to dig down and stuff, man, you better be able to recover and get back to the shooting run the line. You know what I mean? They just didn't do that.
Like there's one play that pops in my mind. I think it might have been end of the first half or early third quarter. It was at the top of the key. Cody went to fake jab at somebody real quick, but the ball moved to the corner. She couldn't get back to the corner to close out, and it's an open three. You can't bluff and things like that against a team when you can't get back. If you're in a position where you can't get back, you can't go. You just can't go. But it was just too many of those situations, man. But that they're down 2-0 against Golden State. They play the third and final one Monday night in the Bay. But I think we know who this is, but it's up on the screen.
Yeah, Gabby Williams. She took over in the fourth. 10 points. Her defensive ever like we know she's been a standout defender her entire career from day one when she entered the league. UConn, great. It's wild how a lot of people don't know that, but yeah, she's special. And now that she's built her game out to where she's a threat from deep, it just makes her more complete, man. You saw it all come to fruition tonight. How all the ways she can impact the game, and it's not just with scoring. She had 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, plus 10. Did it all. So, gotta tip your hat to her.
Yeah, that's one of the most athletic players in the W, and it weaponizes her athleticism for good on both ends of the floor. So yeah, credit to her for that Xfactor in this one.
Veronica Burton, 11 points, 11 assists, control the game, 4 for 8 from the field, 2 of 5 from deep, efficient. The only one turnover, 11 assists and 1 turnover, plus 16, highest in the game. That's special. 5 points, 3 assists, 2 or 3, and then fourth quarter. She did not leave the game in the fourth quarter. She played the entire 10 minutes. Her, Kia Stokes, Kayla Thornton, and Gabby Williams, they all played the entire fourth. And that chemistry and them being on the same page, you saw it play out. And that's a big reason why they were able to put us one out. But definitely Veronica Burton.
Yeah, wholeheartedly agree. And while we're talking about Washington having those wonky possessions and not being able to execute, as you said, she didn't leave the floor in the fourth. That's what you want. That's what you want out your point guard. Didn't have a great game shooting and whatnot. It wasn't bad. 4 for 8 from the floor, but 11 assists, 1 turnover, man, in a tight game. What more can you ask for? All right, we'll get to some of these comments and then we'll get out of here. We'll start with Area 11 T said, yeah, this one is rant worthy.
Yeah, that fourth quarter was tough, especially after the third quarter. Mrs. Hay, I had almost dropping 30 on the Valkyries. To come back and just be that out of it offensively, that's just film session gonna be interesting. I'm pretty sure I'm going to assume tomorrow.
All right. What is this team besides highly inconsistent and like everything? Yeah, you just spelled out youth.
Yeah, I was about to say young.
Yep. That's all you described was a young team in any pro sport. Misses keep killing themselves with turnovers. All season long has been evergreen.
Mm-hmm.
So until they change it, it's just something that's kind of like, what's it called? I'm right where Cardell was. I looked at it, I was like, but them 14 is not too bad. Especially against the top defense in the league. More missed 3-pointer is the weakness that broke the back. Amor's missed 3-pointer. Okay.
Yeah, among other things, it's a lot of things that contributed to the Valkyrie season control and ultimately winning this game tonight.
For sure, fourth quarter blues. Sums it up very well. Pisses me off is their offensive potential feels high, but they aren't getting closer to it. In parentheses, I know the guard play ain't the best, and we're wasting a great defensive year.
Let me see something. Let me see exactly what the Mystics are defensively. They have spells where they're not the best, but they're not that bad, man. Like they're literally third in the league in defense. 82.9 points they only give up. And defense rating 103.8. They're third in the WNBA in defense. Their defense not that bad, man. It's the inefficiency with offense and turnovers, man. That's
That
what's good.
one. So much. The word that starts with T that's been haunting them all year. Like you said in pregame, we go back to a bunch of those close losses, something like this throughout the season, and you can just check that part of the box score and however many points they conceded off those turnovers. And it's a great barometer in terms of looking back to see what happened. Carlos Roberts said they played well when we defended, then pushed the ball.
Yeah, you're getting easy points. I get what you're saying. Cross matches, mismatches, all that. So yeah, it plays into their favor, but it's tough for those bigs to keep running. They can do is look run runs should be a part of every big's game. Like they should literally work at it. But I get it. But you also gotta give credit to the Valkyrie. You may want to run. But they getting back and taking that basket away, time to operate in the half court. And that's what they're the best in the league at doing. They take away things you're trying to do and make you play their style of ball. And that's how they were able to come back and beat the Mystics.
Area 11 TC. At this point, everyone on the team made to curse out Sonya both tonight, and every time she's not being aggressive from this point on. 2 times All-Star shouldn't have this many 2-shot halves.
You also got to understand who's guarding them. I'm not making excuses for you, right, but she's getting the top defender. She's getting the top defender every game in and game out. And again, you don't have a consistent point guard to set the table and make things easy on you. You got to create on yourself. I mean, create things not by yourself, but on your own. You got to create scoring opportunities, playmaking opportunities, and whatnot, especially with you kind of being a primary go-to late girl. Look, I know Kiki and Shakira hoop and all that, but Sonya is the go-to player because she's the guard. She has the ball in her hand more times. And she could defend, you know what I'm saying? Like she has some key plays in the fourth. And you can tell she was beating herself up. She make a couple of those plays to get this W. But yeah, she gotta look to be more aggressive, but at the same time it's a fine line. You don't want her just to jack either.
For sure. Because that's another thing where if she does start jacking just for the sake of getting shots up, and that's leading to runouts. Now you compounding a whole nother issue with a young team. You don't need that either. Also, if the guards are going to struggle, I want to see Cody get more involved offensively. Her decision making is getting better, and she plays well with the top 3.
Cody get more involved, yeah, but what Cody have? 5 minutes, man. That's on her. She 5 minutes, 0 field goal attempts, 0 shots period, had 1 rebound. Sometimes you got a small window to show the coach what you got, especially as a rookie. So you need to come there super aggressive and get to it. Instead of like, he's gonna ease his way into me getting on the court. No, that's not what it is, man. So, Cody just has to continue to work and find a way.
Last one. It's sad to feel like they're getting so close to this completely, and then just completely revert to the terrible version of themselves. I see.
You turn it over. When you turn the ball over, when you overhelp, you get out of whack defensively. You're not fundamentally sound. It's going to happen, man, especially against a top 2 team in the league currently based on standings. It's going to happen.
It's the little things in this team. Even taking the youth out of it, just period, they struggle with doing those things consistently. And any type of team that struggles with doing the little things consistently, you damn sure aren't beating top teams in your respective league because, Cardo, what you said earlier, the Valkyrie, they aren't going to help you beat them. That's what makes good teams good teams.
Like the Valkyrie had 8. How many turnovers? I think they had 8 tonight. Yeah, they had 8 turnovers tonight. That's 2 a quarter.
They had 8 as a team, and their point guard had 1. Like, again, as a team, they had 8. But again, oh my bad. But what's annoying is I think he's talking about Sonya. She can create her own shot and draw fouls, but she doesn't go back to what is working on the night.
Again, big part of that was the Valkyries' defense. They did not allow her to get comfortable. They did not allow her to get free open shots. They didn't even allow her to make plays, like just to pass it without putting up a fight. That's why PJ Tucker. I mean, not PJ Tucker, but my bad. I was watching that before we got on, but that's why so many players on. That's why it's hard for Coach Sidney for the Mystics, because it's just like, you know, when Sonya's drawing that type of attention, who can he really go to create? Again, you can go to Kiki and Shakir, but they can really only attack mid-range end. You know what I mean? Like, Sonya could do it from all 3 levels. What she has to get to the next step is what all scorers figure out. Sometimes I'm not a healthy dose, but sometimes the best shot may be her taking a tough shot over a couple players. Sometimes that's a better shot than giving it to, I'm not talking about Sonya and Kiki. I mean, I'm Shakira and Kiki per se. Sometimes it's better to shoot that shot than to give it to one of your teammates who's not confident going one-on-one to take a shot. Because at least your shot has a higher percentage of going in, even though it's a tougher shot, because you're comfortable in those moments. And she just has to get comfortable in those moments, man. She consistently, she's shown flashes, but she gotta get more consistent, because that's really what's left. It's always easiest to score the first 3 quarters, but that 4th quarter, especially against a great defensive team like the Valkyries, that's when you really see if you really are a super go-to scorer. You're like, you're just a scorer here and there. You know, that separates the tiers of scores in the league.
And he was just following it up. The last part, I guess what you were saying is really his point. Just the best shot being her shot more often. It's agreeing with what you were saying.
Well, yeah, but she gotta get the mentality, man. It's a mentality. It's literally a mentality. Like, you saw Gabby let that thing fly. You know, she those 3. You see what I'm saying? And she's not even known for that. But she saw the game was close, and she wanted to ensure that her team won. And she was going to live with that. Hell, even Veronica Burr, remember, she shot a tough step back and stuff. She missed it, but no, she made that one. She made that one. Yeah, it was a tough step back. She was trying to run the set and overpass a couple times. When they got back to her, broke down the defender, step back 3. So that's just, again, on their side, players seizing the moment, understanding what it is, and I'm gonna just seize it right now.
We will see. Like you said, should be a very good film session tomorrow. We'll see what they're able to fix and tinker with come Monday night to see if they can avoid getting swept in this season series by the Valkyrie. And again, there's no shame in it. They are not the only team on the list this year. What was it, a couple weeks ago? You saw the Valkyrie ruin the Dreams like a week or a month almost. Back to back, they went down to Atlanta, just broke them for a little bit. Atlanta just started getting back right. But yeah, man, Golden State's is a reason this was the 9th straight win. So Washington got a chance on Monday to end this win streak yet again. They had a hell of a chance tonight. Came up short. We'll see if they can keep it from going to 10 games. We appreciate you guys, and we'll check in with y'all Monday evening.